All right, sumo deadlift. The main difference between a conventional deadlift and a sumo deadlift, obviously being stance, but in my opinion, a sumo deadlift is more of like a squatty deadlift than a conventional deadlift is more of like a hingey deadlift, yeah? So sumo is heaps about quads, it's heaps about hips, it's heaps about anterior frontal positioning, whereas conventional is heaps about hamstrings, glutes, posterior back positioning, okay? So for me, it can be a little bit dependent on the individual, depending on how long your legs are. But for me, I tend to line my shins up outside the ring. Yeah, you can probably play within like 4 fingers length, like either way. That's probably pretty much the middle for most people. Because your feet are going to be pointed out in a sumo as opposed to forward in a conventional, if we still want the bar over the middle of our foot, that just might look a little bit different. Okay. One thing that we will start to think about though when we look at foot position is that to get a nice wide stance that allow our knees and hips to open up, we're going to aim, just as a rule of thumb, to point our pinky toe to the plates. Yeah. So if I draw a line right now from Jacob's pinky toe, you would find it will come to the start of the plate. Yeah. That tends to be a good position for his knees and hips to open up when he gets down to the bar. From here, he's going to push his knees out and slightly bum back to get his nice wide starting position. He's going to grab the bar where he feels comfortable. Generally, that tends to be straight down. If it's straight down, it's the shortest range of motion. If he's too wide, it's going to be awkward. If it's too close, it's going to be awkward. He's going to pull his chest up so it's facing forward. He's going to take a big breath in and bring his hips into the bar. Fair few things to think about. Pushing knees out, pulling shoulders back, chest up, and hips into the bar as you pull that bar up and back. Nice. In comparison to conventional, the sumo deadlift, you want the bar fairly close to your legs. If you could hear it, that was the bar ripping up his hair and his legs, so he's getting a free wax job. But main thing is, we really want to try and drop these hips into the bar and then pulling back. Kind of like how a bench press has that J curve or that angled curve. That's how we want our hips to be, coming in and then into the bar and back. So hips are into the bar, pulling up, knees lock quads, and then hips come through to finish the lift. Ideally, once he sets up, we want all of this to stay stable, locked, tight, and then it's just all about legs. Think leg press up and hips through. Keep in mind that this is a sumo deadlift. One common thing, especially if you had a lot of practice doing conventional, is that people conventional style their sumo deadlift, which means that they shoot hips back, move in the conventional styles position, and then complete their sumo lift. Yeah, this is sumo, this is different. Treat it as a new movement. Yeah, treat it as something different. Hips need to come in, you need to use your quads, and you need to bring those hips through.